Huh? So this guy, this fellow, this gent, left a message on my how to play Ryu that was like, I'm trash at this game, I need to give up, and I can't figure out how to get better. And I want to play as Ryu, but his character design, fighting style are cool, but apparently I'm just terrible. Stuff, stuff, stuff. And then I don't know why it's not listed here, but I responded like, like maybe I could like look at your gameplay and figure out what's going on that you could maybe get better. Whoa, much love from Malaysia. Hi. Yes, I will play Digimon World on stream. How did you know that was part of the plan? Anyway, he uploaded some gameplay, 10 minutes, and now I'm going to do my very damnedest to figure out what he's doing wrong and address it, I suppose. That's fucking loud for me. So I guess this is him playing ranked. I guess this is the training mode between ranked, so we can probably skip this part. Although it is kind of interesting what combos he would practice. I see that he's actually going for stand short rather than crouch fierce. Crouch fierce is generally available in this combo. Play Valkyria Chronicles. I've been meaning to play that game, but not to stream it. But I probably will stream it at some point if I play it and like it. Oh, I got one. He keeps practicing. You gonna take it? Gonna take the battle? Okay, I was under the... Oh. I think he pushed start there to take it, but then it went away or something. Someone else got it? Okay, it's just a whole bunch of him practicing. Here we go. It was like that same combo too. Him against the Necalli. Look at these numbers. Ryu versus Necalli, Ryu can throw fireballs pretty effectively. Throwing a lot of fireballs baits Necalli to jump in, and Necalli's only punish to fireballs is predictively doing his little dash punch thing. And that's unsafe on block, so Ryu can pressure with fireballs and bait unsafe attacks very easily in this matchup. Necalli can also trade using the, oh, that's it. No, bad punish. Your entire game plan in this matchup should be baiting that and then punishing it properly. Oh, he did the crouch fierce, but was too late. He went for the right combo that time. He was doing like a different combo in his whole training, but then he went for a good combo there. He got the good hit confirm. No anti-air. That might be a theme. There's a nice one. That was a very good anti-air. Nice and early. He just did the confirm, even though it was blocked. Questionable. I think that could have comboed if it was faster. That wasn't too bad. Normally when people... Why'd he burn that bar? Normally when people send me videos of like them playing, I suggest that they bring like long matches that they lose, because matches where they win isn't very helpful. People always like, I don't know if he's going to win this match. I'm always like, here, I'll help you, let me look at your gameplay, and then they send me like a double perfect. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Please block and punish these. Should be watching for them in this matchup. Replay's passive against Necalli. You play Turtley. You can punish those with sweep. Sweep punishes pretty much every other sweep in the game. He missed the combo. You need to hit crouch fierce early rather than late. You've got a pretty good leniency if you do it early. You have no leniency if you do it late. Remember, you can do it before the fact, and the input buffering will save you, but if you do it after the fact, you're fucked. And you should have used that V-trigger sooner. Well, there were a lot of things that could have gone better in that little instant. I think I'm going to have to do the second watch on this one, because there's a lot to analyze, and it's happening really fast. Ugh. Please. Okay. Punished. Oh no. That stung. I'm actually going to jump back and like go back to round one, even though that was only middle of the road. I'm going to pause more. He's in the bot. I just put the YouTube video up. Alright, I like the fireball, and he successfully baited the back charge. The ideal punish here would probably for Ryu. I don't think you can do stand strong, crouch fierce from this range, because it's not point blank. But I think you can just do crouch fierce, right? And then hard uppercut from there. But even if you can't do that, then you could definitely do like, I'm pretty sure stand strong, low strong, hard tatsu works, or something like that. The point is, once you have a combo that you know works to punish this, you should pretty much always do that combo every single time that you get subjected to this. I'm guessing the combo for Ryu is crouch fierce into hard DP. And the way that you do that is you go down forward, From the block, you do down forward, and then you hit hard punch, and then you do down, down forward, and then hard punch again. And that gives you crouching DP motion. So you can easily cancel crouching moves into crouching uppercuts. And that would probably punish this like pretty hard. And he has to do that to punish like fireballs that he predicts. So like it's a pretty good scenario for you. Low forward fireball is not too bad. Always early. Always hit crouch fierce early. That was good. So he like blocked a sweep and punished with sweep. That was nice, but he doesn't do that later in the video. But like that's always available every single time with Ryu. That's like an ideal punish there. You got to take a throw after that. You're minus. You don't have to take a throw, but like you have to be defensive in some way. No anti-air. Crouch fierce would have been good there. So would have medium uppercut. That was kind of predictive. It's like he didn't even react to the jump. He just did it so early. Whenever you're watching, whenever you're not committed to something else already, you should always be ready to anti-air. You should be watching for jumps a lot. It's like a really good habit, especially for new players. Being able to anti-air jumps controls the opponent's movement a fuck ton, and once the opponent's movement is controlled, you have a lot more time to do your own thing instead of reacting to the opponent's things. In particular, Ryu is really important because his whole game plan is to chuck a lot of fireballs, and if you're not anti-airing, then the opponents get huge jumping combos on you every time they jump over a fireball, and they're not risking anything if they don't jump over a fireball. So it's important to do a couple anti-airs to convince them that they can't afford to jump, and then use the fact that they think that they can afford to jump to spam plasma, spam fireballs. So I'd like to see them doing a little bit more of that. That was a nice little combo that he got there. It was counter hit. He could have gotten a lot more, but I'll accept that he didn't. It was hard to react because it was like, you know, second hit only. See, if that was sweep immediately, it would have been nice. That was good. Necalli can't easily go through fireballs that recharges. That's really important. That'll become important in the second round. He can trade with those with V-skill, but it's a bad trade for him, and he can't use his tackle to go through them, so the situation becomes worse once we're using V-trigger. Necalli struggles against those kinds of fireballs. Oh, the bait. Like, you should throw fireballs and bait that and then punish it. That's your goal in this matchup. Every single matchup Ryu has, the goal is to bait fireball punishes and punish them. Most characters don't have a great answer to Ryu's fireball. They only have okay answers. A jumping could have comboed to the sweep. Those sweeps could have been punishable. That didn't combo. I think that's safe, right? You shouldn't just whiff it because it's minus. I mean, because it's crushable. Okay. That's not too bad of a button to hit. Okay. This is kind of too close. Necalli could have uppercutted through that. And he kind of did it early anyway. See, those kind of charged fireballs are really hard for Necalli to do anything about. That was unfortunate because it was an EX1 too. That would have beaten that. It was like good. Practice your combos. It was kind of. It was a hard read anyway. There's not that much Necalli can still do to win there. As a general rule, block low and watch for overheads. The only way that Necalli was going to win was getting several good connects in, or getting one really good connect in. And the only way you could get a really good connect is if you weren't blocking low. So like he would have had to land like several overheads, or like a bunch of chip damage, or like good counter pokes. But if you weren't holding down back, like he could have just done like a low confirm, a reasonably safe low confirm into super. He's still getting hit by a lot of Necalli's charge move. That move is really unsafe. There's too much action from the Ryu. He's not playing passive enough. He doesn't realize what he's baiting. See that? Like every single one of those is a huge gambit. All of those can be there. Okay, that was a punish. It wasn't a great one, but it was a punish. If he was punishing all of those, then he would be controlling space so much more readily. No anti-air. Crouch fierce would be nice. Stand roundhouse would be nice. Medium uppercut would be really nice. No low blocking. Sweep would have punished that, I'm pretty sure. Anti-air fireball was pretty nice, actually. Baited. Failed punish. Yeah. Block and punish is a very good strat in the beginning. In like almost every matchup. That was a punish. Oh my god, could have died. No, you're way too far for something like that. That was pretty nice. Oh, it was a bit early. I don't think he could have easily contested that. That was it. That was the win. Oh, if it was the right punish combo, this would have been over so long ago. Alright, that was nice. That V-skill loses to jump, so it's good to be aware that that's an option you have if you predict it. And it was quite predictable there. That wasn't too bad. Oh, it's since the patch, there's going to be a run back. How exciting. I get to see how the download happened. I was hoping for more like different matchups, than just Ryu Necalli. I'll try and keep it like Ryu general stuff, but I'm just saying a lot of. But that was blockable. That wasn't a punish. Should have been holding down back, or even yeah, you should have been holding down back. Could have uppercutted it too, but this down back gives you a bigger punish. No anti-air. If you're not doing anything, you should be watching for anti-airs. If you're already gonna be waiting and watching, then you should certainly be waiting and watching for a jump. That's a punish anyway. It doesn't knock down. It doesn't do that high damage, but it's a lot better than nothing. I like low strong instead of low forward actually. That's a bit better. It didn't combo, but it can. Can combo. He missed it. He's always a little late on his button presses. No anti-air. Anti-air would have been good there. This is very safe. This is much better than the last round already. That was a punish. No preventing that. Ugh. Don't just sweep from that range. In general, don't really sweep in this game except as a punish. Ryu can sweep with V-trigger cancels. That's like the only time. That's not a reversal. Should be looking for medium uppercut or nothing. Alright. Medium uppercut, EX uppercut, and super reuse viable reversals, and medium uppercut is generously the best of the three because that's the least commitment. Please block low. Thank you. You can hit a button after you block. Alright. Air to air. Oh, that was blockable. What are you doing hitting buttons on wake up like that? That did nothing. Medium uppercut or nothing. That is how you wake up in this game as Ryu. You either do a medium uppercut or you do nothing. Nice quick stand. A lot of people don't realize you can do that. I think stand short would have punished that. Stomp, right? Isn't light stomp like -4? That was clearly light stomp. Whatever, that was like kind of specific. That was good. Good little hit confirm. Should have released it sooner. You couldn't have afforded him doing that. Maybe shouldn't have thrown a fireball at all. Necalli doesn't have that good options to kill you. I mean, I know he has a command grab and an overhead. But like, just because you're low health, don't be that afraid to be chipped out. Oh no, white back roundhouse. There should be one response every time. It's like every now and then he does the punish. It's like an easy reaction punish. That's something you should take to training mode. Alright, no anti-airs, even though he is blocking and waiting and watching. Ooh! Oh, there's nothing. He was super. Super was what he should have gone for there. Background house would have been okay. Oh no, why the sweep? What buttons? Stop hitting buttons. If you're gonna hit a button, do it after you... Oh. I think that could have been punished. If you're gonna hit a button, do it after a stomp. You wanna hit buttons during opponent's block strings during the minus portions. That's gonna hit, pretty sure. Yeah. It was a bad fireball. At least all the rounds he's losing them by getting his opponent to burn the super. Oh wait, this is round 3, never mind. Oh. The video just stops here. I guess they just went 1-1. Huh. I don't have much to say about just that. I mean, I said everything I could think to say. Definitely there was not a focus at all on anti-airs, and that's the most important thing for a new player, and one of the most important things for a Ryu. So if you were doing a better job, like Necalli, this is true for every character, but Necalli's the one I just saw, but this is true for every character. Necalli gets around fireballs in a very limited number of ways. He has to either trade with his V-skill, or do like predictive V-skills and maybe hope to like block the fireball and do his V-skill, like he can get an advantage trade, but he's still taking block damage. He can do his little charging punch attack, or he can jump. Those are his answers, and super. But he generally doesn't have a super. If he jumps and you don't throw a fireball, then you can anti-air him. If he charges and you don't throw a fireball, then you can punish him. And V-skill isn't that bad. Trading V-skill with Ryu's fireball is actually advantage for Ryu because Ryu has more health and he's trading 60 for 50. And it's actually kind of hard for Necalli to trade clean, like to even get a trade, because Ryu's hard fireball is pretty fast. So you can actually do a lot of fireballs in that matchup, and halt Necalli's approach with just like anti-airs and punishes, and it's not very hard to do on reaction. And because there was no emphasis on halting Necalli's approach, you couldn't safely get a bunch of fireballs going because you couldn't stop him from doing the things that counteracted fireballs. So, Mr. Aspiring Replayer, I would say that the most important thing you should do when trying to get better at this game is to watch for a lot more anti-airs, a lot more crouch fierce, a lot more medium uppercut. And the way to do that is just record a dummy in training mode to jump in at you with like a jump hard kick, and then just practice anti-airing it like consistently and cleanly. Practice getting hits without getting hit yourself. And Ryu's ideal anti-airs in order of best to worst are probably medium uppercut, crouch fierce, and stand roundhouse. Um, so I would say if medium uppercut's too hard to do quickly, then just do crouch fierce. But if you can do medium uppercut, like you're gonna shut down those kinds of jumps. And then the other thing is all the time that you were just blocking and waiting and watching, you should have known immediately from the way that guy was playing that his goal was to use his little tackle to go through a fireball. And you might not have known this already, but let me tell you now, that little tackle is unsafe on block. It's punishable. And if Ryu does crouch fierce or stand strong, they will punish that little tackle. So every single time you did it, it's reactable, or he did it. Um, if you blocked it, you should have been waiting and watching for it because it's the thing that you're trying to bait and punish. You should have been waiting and watching for it, and every single time you blocked it, you could react to the fact that that's what you blocked, and then you could do whatever the optimized punish is, which I'm pretty sure is crouch fierce into hard uppercut, crouching hard punch into hard uppercut. Um, that would have gotten a lot of damage, and it would have killed him several rounds, and it would have prevented him, it would have dissuaded him from doing that move anymore, which would have enabled you then, if he was a better player, he might have just kept doing it anyway. It would have enabled you to throw more fireballs, which would, wear him down over time. That's Ryu's fundamental mix-up is throw fireballs and deal with the opponent's ways through fireballs. It wasn't terrible. Like, you did some kind of nice things. I like that you were playing around with V-Trigger. I like that you were watching for um, your little confirm combos off of Stand Strong. Those are good habits. But there was you were playing you were playing reactionary, but not doing the reactionary things, such as anti-airing or punishing. If you're gonna play defensive, you have to have really good punishes and really good uh, anti-airs. And if you're playing offensive, you need to have really good mix-ups. And you were playing defensive, but you didn't have the staples of defensive play. And just that's pretty much all I gotta say. But anyone else who's watching the archive of this, if you want me to look at a video that you did of you playing and have me analyze it, give advice, then I could do that. The going rate is free, but if you want to give me $1, then I'm not gonna say no. But it's an open, I'll analyze your gameplay if you want me to.